Hello again, welcome to another video review. Today I will be reviewing this headphone. It's a Sennheiser HD439. Today for my final review I've got with myself here a brand new headphone by Sennheiser. We have covered some of their audio products before and even gave away a headset of theirs for one of our early giveaways. We were very impressed by the build quality of their headphones and headsets and of course the way they sounded. That's why I was eager to obtain a sample of this brand new HD439, which has a price tag of around 80 euros in the Benelux. The headphone arrived in this plastic blister box, which is quite cheap to manufacture, so my hope immediately was that Sennheiser had not sacrificed the build quality of the headphone to keep the price under 100 euros. I wasn't wrong. I've used this HD439 for over a month now and I've traveled with it in an airplane, bus, train and a car. I've walked outside with it and it still feels brand new. Now, the body is constructed out of pretty strong plastic and it's adjustable near the earpieces, so you can increase the size of the headband to the shape of your head. And it doesn't feel flimsy even at these points here, so that makes me suspect that there might be some kind of metal inside it just to provide extra strength. Apart from changing the size of the headband, you can see that the ear cups also have this swivel or pivot function, whatever you want to call it, and you can also adjust them like this. It doesn't feel cheap at all, it stays in place pretty well. It's very good. Altogether, the whole construction feels pretty rigid and can, however, I do not recommend it trying it from high altitude and not taking into account all the electronics. I think it can withstand some accidental drops to the floor. Although I'd have to admit, you would be quite a stupid person to treat your 80 euro headset that bad. This headphone is extremely comfortable, contrary to the HD333, which we reviewed and found a little bit uncomfortable due to the very large amount of pressure that these applied to your head. These cushions were also too small. This one here has very soft, very large cloth-covered ear cushions that completely go around your ears and pretty much isolate them from the outside. After all, the headphones don't really run hot or anything. And the closed back design here, you can see it appears to be open, but it's really closed, so it's just a mesh around it here, which looks very nice in my opinion. And the closed back design doesn't make your ear heat up, fortunately. To wrap it all up, in the comfort area, this HD439 scores very, very good. The little pressure that is applied to this headphone, you can see it doesn't go all the way down or anything, it just sits pretty loose on top of your head. This makes that the headphone isn't very suited for sports activities or other occasions where you just shake your head uncontrollably, because they just fall off. Trust me, I've tried it and it did work out very well, and it is quite annoying. For a passive noise cancelling headphone, this one does a pretty good job holding out most of the aircraft's engine noise and ambient noise at medium volume, so without stressing your ears too much. This makes listening to the headphone also healthier, if you will, because you can listen to it on lower volumes without being forced by ambient sounds to turn the volume up so you can enjoy the music. For long aircraft trips, I would however still recommend an active noise cancelling headphone. Sound quality is again up to Sennheiser's standard. The highs are pronounced very clearly, and really the driver units, the 40mm driver units, also do a pretty solid job at displaying the mids. You can pretty easily pick out different sounds and instruments. However, 300 euro headphones still will allow you to differentiate the different mid sounds even more. The bass is dominant enough in my opinion, kicking in just about the right for my taste. However, you might find it too weak if you like an insane amount of bass in your songs. You can of course change the lower frequency equalizer on your playback device to make the bass more prominent, but it will not achieve at least in my opinion, way too dominant bass sounds of the Beats by Dre headphones. As far as my ears are concerned, they enjoyed the subtle bass a lot without getting too tired. And when the bass kicked in more furiously, like in house, electro, dubstep, whatever you want, it didn't muffle out the mid section. So that's very good again. Now we get to the part that's special about this headphone. It features interchangeable cables. So what you get is two different cables. You get this 3-meter long cable and this 1.4-meter long cable. You can easily connect them to this hole in underneath the left earpiece, and just slides in. It takes a while to practice to get it out again, but it's a pretty good system here. The cable is made out of pretty high quality rubber. It feels pretty sturdy also. However, it tends to tangle up from time to time, but fortunately it is very easy to get it all back to normal. I use the shorter cable here connected to my iPod for everyday use, and I use this long cable along with the adapter that you get here. I use that for connecting it to my DJ controller, and it does a very good job at that as well. Now the setup I have here works pretty good for me. The HD439 does a pretty good job when you use it as a DJ headphone for queuing. However, I think that the form isn't exactly optimal for DJing. I think a round form would have been better. But of course, it isn't solely made for DJ purposes. I think if you're a DJ, I think it will do, but don't expect it to be the best DJ headphone out there, even at this price point, because I don't find it to have enough pressure, for instance, on your head for using it as a DJ. It may fall off. Just my 2 cents there. To wrap it all up, I think in the end I can say that I really enjoyed this headphone. I still enjoy it. There's only a very small drawback, namely applying a too small amount of pressure in my opinion, but then the comfort is outstanding and it fulfills everything you could possibly want from an €80 headphone. Is it better than the Stretch from O'Neill? I can hear that question coming, and I can say yes, it is. The sound experience is better, however not drastically different, but comfort is a whole new level. I mean, the Stretch was comfortable, but this one is so comfortable. I mean, it's amazing. So the overall impression for me is better. That's why I can give the Sennheiser HD439 a brilliant award. If you'd like to see the full specifications on this headphone, please follow the link in the description to our website, where you can also discuss this review. I'll be answering your questions there, here, or via email if you so prefer. Make sure to like the review, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make the most out of the rest of your day. Thanks for watching and goodbye folks, it has been a pleasure.